So Bea, you mentioned that you really prepared a lot going into Miss
Hmm.
International. But was there
I
ever a
did.
moment? Was there ever a moment during the competition you were caught off guard?
I guess the negative media, the bashers and the trolls.
Mm,
I didn't expect it to be like that coming from some, like me. I wasn't the most popular and then became, like there's a side effect of having fame.
mm,
And the first time I felt that it was massive because it was about my family. And it really almost torn me apart. But then after I actually just became better after. Like nothing can hurt me anymore
Mm.
after that. But that was, I think that was the most uncomfortable and like, yeah, that's the most uncomfortable and saddening part and the only negative part when I joined the pageant. That's it.
Mm. There's a question here, Drew,
yep.
from Jason. I think he already posted it 3 times, so we have to ask. Hi, Jason. Sorry,
Okay, what was the
Jason
question? What's the question,
Alcudia asked,
Jason?
when in Miss International, did you feel that the girls find you a threat?
Um, the only time I felt like that, it wasn't really a threat. It was like almost 50% of threat. I don't know how to explain it. It was more of they were figuring out who I am.
Oh yeah, yes.
It wasn't a threat. That's why I was like, why? Because in Binibini, I felt I loved when people felt like I'm a threat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I don't think there was even such atmosphere in Miss International at all because there's no preliminary competition, there's no preliminary
No,
round. Everyone's just doing
no.
cultural activities. So I don't think that the girls would actually think of one as threat,
Yeah.
and unless they
See,
read Missosology.
they do. They do. They do.
I think that's the only time that they realize that she's a threat or something when they're reading these Missosology hot picks and all that.
Yeah. And I think that is the reason why so many fail
Mm.
to win Miss International because they don't understand it. See, because me, I'm an observer. I really love to observe to be able to become, to adopt and to see my advances.
Mm,
I'm a very, like I'm a very, I have to feel the vibe. I have to observe who's gonna be my threat, what's gonna be my position, like like all of these things when you're doing pageantry. And I was doing that silently, even if I was having fun. I did not forget I was in a pageant. Other girls had too much fun and they forgot
They
that they were
forgot
in a
they
pageant.
are still in a pageant.
There were so many beautiful girls, but they forgot that they're in a pageant. They were always late. They were they were making fun of the Japanese traditional fan. They weren't drinking their matchas. They weren't prepared to, go on events because they were because Mr. International was just too nice. You
Nobody likes
know,
the angry.
nobody nobody was telling them to, nobody was telling them um behave, to do anything. But me, I knew I was there not to have fun. I knew I was there business, and
Yeah,
I was there to do, to be Miss International.
that's true.
That's why.
It's and at the same time you're wearing the Philippine sash. It's a big responsibility.
Yes, I was Miss Philippines. I was not Bea. That's why I forgot who I was. I was Miss Philippines, who was freaking out.
We still have some
and
interesting questions
yeah,
here,
no,
Drew.
I'm curious to
Yes,
know.
ask me all these
Yeah,
interesting
I'm curious.
questions.
I'm
I'm
curious to know
ready.
because during your time,
Mhm.
the dresses and the gowns that you wore in the competition were provided by Binibini Philippines. So
Yes, it
what?
was.
So what? Ano yung naramdaman mo when you found out that you will be wearing this magenta hot pink gown for the finals?
Um, at first, honestly, like I didn't really that time. I didn't really care. I trusted Mrs. Araneta so much with all my heart, and Raymond, Direct Raymond, was there, and I Raymond Raymond and I are friends ever since Mutya days. You know, ever since I was a model. Raymond already know me. We met in Toronto years before. So I'm very comfortable that they know my color, they know what's good for me, they know what's good for the Miss International. And Mrs. Arneta knows Miss International in the back of her hands. Like she knows it, like,
She's a
this
first
is good.
winner. So
Yeah, so she knows it. Like, you don't have to tell her anything. She knows it. If you want to for her to draw a line, she can draw it without even looking because she knows Miss International so much.
mhm.
I
Yeah.
didn't really care. I love that color. I love the fit. When I put it in on me, I felt like I was gonna win right away. I felt so tall and so beautiful, and my shape was so nice. So yeah,
But I heard
the
you didn't do the fitting in the Philippines. You first saw it in Japan. Am I right? Or
no, I had it. Mrs. Arneta bought it since like day one,
okay. So
and Raymond saved it for me.
okay, all right. Just to
And when they were looking for the gowns for each candidate,
uh-huh.
they already knew that that was for me. Oh, this is a Bea gown. This is Bea's. So they put it aside for me.
So you didn't bring it with your luggage when you came to Japan. Someone brought it from the Philippines later, or
No, I brought it with me.
you brought it with you. Okay.
Yeah,
Just to clear things out, because a lot of people are always curious about the gowns that you're wearing, like what Pia
yeah,
shared as well regarding her
her
colorful
gown.
gown history. And Kenji here would like to ask,
Yes.
how did you feel wearing that orange national costume?
Um, at first it was like,